Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to seam ends together. If you have a piece where you've just done a regular cast on and just a regular cast off and you want to join them together, this is one way to do it. You will need a tapestry needle for this, and the other thing is when you've cast off your work, or as you're casting off your work, at the end you want to make sure you leave a long enough tail to have enough yarn to seam the piece. So I typically leave about 3 widths, so I'll just go once this way and then back and then once more and make sure I have enough yarn. It always helps to have more than less. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to keep your piece and line it up such that this would be your wrong side and the one that's on the top that we're going to seam will be your right side. Okay, and you'll also need the tapestry needle. Make sure it's the right size needle for your yarn. They come in different sizes, and they also come either straight or bent at the top in stainless steel or plastic or aluminum. Any one is really fine. So what you want to do is line up your pieces, and I want to show you the little V's. Bring your attention to these little V's that lie at the bottom of this knit row. So you can see, if I kind of stretch the yarn, you can see these little V's all lined up this way, and the same goes on this side. So I used a long tail cast on for this sample, and again you'll see the little V's lined up this way, and they're right here. So what we're going to do is as we do this, we're just going to pass through the V's on either side, both legs of the V. But to start off, what you want to do is take your yarn from this side and just find that last stitch right here and insert it. Actually, I'm going to insert it in this leg of the V, that last V. Okay, insert it once this way, and then bring it back in here through this little knot and the last leg of the V, and insert it right there, just to join the two together. Okay, now we get started. So here's the first V. You can see the V right here. Insert it through both legs of the V and pull. You don't have to pull too tight, not yet, just loose is fine. And then on this side, here's the two legs of the V right here. I'm going to pull or insert it through that, and you keep doing that for about 3 or 4 of these V's. So we find the V, insert it through both legs of the V on this side. So we're going right side first, left side next. Okay, and again, both legs of the V, insert. And after you've done about 4 or 5, then you can give it a pull, and you'll see what happens, and it's beautiful. So as you can see, we have about 4 of these done, right? And you can see the yarn. I know I'm not using contrasting colors, so it might look the same, but you can see these ones that we've done. I'm gonna tug on it, and as you pull on it, the seams will come together, and it'll form a seamless edge right there. Okay, and if you end up pulling a little too much, you can sort of pull it back a little bit, depending on the yarn, whether your yarn will have enough give or not. Woolen yarns are great. The ones that are 100% wool or wool blends will give you a lot of give there. Cotton as well. Acrylic maybe not so much, but it still doesn't. I mean, this yarn here is an acrylic yarn, and as you can see, it's still not that bad. And you'll notice on the back side you actually get a nice little seam, and it's still pretty neat on the back side, but because there is that seam, this is why you want your wrong side to be on the inside and the right side to be on the outside. And then as you keep going to the end, and again you can keep doing 3 or 4 tug, 3 or 4 tug to get that seam. And then when you're done, when you're at the end, I'm not going to go all the way through, but when you're at the end and you'll be in this last V right here, okay, you'll have come to this last V, then go ahead and insert it at this top stitch on this end, or rather this top stitch at this end, and then insert it back into the top stitch at this end and back through, and that will create a nice little edge. Okay, and that's it. This is how you would seam just regular edges together. Again, this is just one way of seaming it. There's a few other ways, but this one does give you a pretty little seam which is pretty invisible from the right side of your work. I hope you give this one a try. If you have any questions or comments, please leave me, or questions or suggestions, please leave me a comment. And if you like the video, please hit the like button, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and happy knitting!